All right. Hey, good afternoon or good morning, wherever you are. Thank you for tuning in to my channel. This is Profe Agayu, Traveling Things. So today I want to just briefly talk about life choices, and specifically talking about young people out there, people who are thinking about going to college, people who are in college thinking about what they're going to do after college, people who are young in the workforce, early in the workforce, thinking about what the next move is. This video here is for you all. A couple of things I want to touch on is to talk about, is college worth it? Another thing I want to talk about is setting yourself up for success in the future. And I'm not talking about success where you're a millionaire or, anything of that sort. I'm talking about just basic survivability success that that for a lot of people, especially people of my generation, millennials, and those after me, it's not the same as it was in the past. So let me go ahead and get into it. Is college worth it? The short answer is yes, but only if it really elevates your ability to get a high paying job. And generally it does. But at the same time, you got to ask yourself, how much do you need to survive? How much do you need to live a comfortable life? Is living a comfortable life with a good salary or a high salary, is that worth the thousands or $100,000 you're going to pay in student loan? Is it worth it? My answer, no, it's not worth it. Unless you have a job where your job is paying for your school, or partly paying for your school, or you're in some sort of scholarship where it's all free or partly free, or you are an athlete, or you're in the military where it's all getting paid for 100% or almost 100%. If you're not in those categories, I would say no. Is it worth it to spend $100,000 or $150,000 worth of schooling to become a nurse, teacher, doctor, lawyer? Is it worth it? I would say no. Now, you may have others say yes, it's worth it. I would say no. It is not worth to be kicking out $800, $900, $1,000, $1,500 a month to repay your student loans. It is not worth it. Your student loan is not worth a damn house. It's not. So the short answer is no. It is not worth going to school, going to college. It's not worth it. However, college does help you to be able to write, to speak correctly, it does help you to in researching. It does help you, gain skills, learn new skills, learn a trade. But at the same time, a lot of those things you can learn online, or you can learn doing things on your own, or you can learn on a job. In my personal life, was my college worth it? I would say my bachelor's degree, that was worth it, because in the military I needed that to get promoted and to be elevated to earn more money. So in my case, yes, that was worth it. And it's worth in having the knowledge and experience and all that. But all that knowledge that I've gotten, well, the majority of that knowledge I've gotten from my schooling, I could have gotten on my own, just by doing research on my own. Yeah, you learn how to research when you're in college, but I could have done all that stuff on my own. So, in short answer, it's generally speaking, it's not worth it. Yeah, you have some exceptions, but college is not worth it. Now, the other area I want to touch on is preparing yourself for the future, setting yourself up for the future. And what I mean by that is, right now, those people that are part of that boomer generation, like my mother or older, they have an advantage where they came in at the right time, where you had all these social safety nets like pensions and social security and these different things that were available. And at the same time, we lived in a different country back then where, education was cheap for the most part, and the ability to go to school and use that schooling, use that degree to get a job was more streamlined. It made more sense and it was much easier. As for now, you have more folks out there with degrees, more degrees out there that aren't worth as much as others, and there's a lot of jobs out there that don't even require degrees. It's possible for you to earn more money by getting a certificate and Security Plus or something of that sort than to actually have a degree. So there are lots of opportunities out there for young people now to earn decent money. In addition, a lot of money that can be earned online. A lot of money that can be earned online. There's so many online opportunities, and out there, there's a lot. And there's a lot that I can even learn about and that I can take advantage of. But right now, it's wide open in terms of different ways to make money. This is not the same world we were living in 1995. It's different now. So young people, I advise you do not look at the mistakes or the successes of your parents and use that as the template to get ahead right now, because this is a different world. So I'm not going to say that, I'm not going to tell you not to go to college, because I think that college is very beneficial. I would say don't pay for it, or don't pay much for it if you decide to go to college. Also, set yourself up. What job can you do now, and how can you invest your money right now so that it can work for you over time, and you will have that safety net in the future. Setting up a IRA, individual retirement or account, or setting up a some sort of 401k, whatever job you get. Or hell, if you're in the military, they have the old system and the new system, the blended system. That's a way for you to put money in and have the money work for you. If you're military, there's also the VA. If you sustained injuries and became disabled in different areas, you can take advantage of that as well. I think a lot of folks from the military have this mindset that I'm going to keep going and I'm gonna fight through it, and I don't want to be looked at as the person who's shamming or getting out of this or getting out of that because of my injuries. Nah, man, take care of yourself, because once you're out, you're out. And once you're out, the military doesn't want to hear about you and your injuries because you didn't claim or you didn't complain about those things when you were in. And now that you're out, they don't want to hear it. I mean, you can try, but it's harder when you're out. So be sure you take care of yourself while you're in. So if you do happen to get compensated for your injuries or for your disabilities, you can get that, and that can definitely help you when you're comfort of living as you continue after the military. So and also work-life balance is very important. Here in the US, there's this culture where you have to work, where it's a badge of honor if you have 2 or 3 or 4 jobs. Yeah, I got 4 jobs and bringing in all this money, and or this little bit of money, or blah blah blah. Look, we weren't built to be, working like a dog and sacrificing our relationships with our family to be working like a dog. It's not worth it. And the high cost of living in the US, to me, is not worth it to be working like a dog, where you can work normal hours or work less hours and find ways to make money and other side hustles, and spend that quality time with family, because family is very important. And for young people out there, it may be hard for some of you to understand how important that is, but as you get older, you will see that. You will definitely see that. So work hard. You can work hard, but most importantly, work smart, because time is valuable. And you don't want to waste your time. You don't want to waste your years. All that is valuable. So I know I may come off as preaching, but I just had a few conversations with a few, teenagers and 20-somethings, and I definitely want to be able to share my experience. Well, I guess I really haven't shared my experience personally, but I'll do that in another video. But I just want people to know, just it's important to start early. Start when you're in high school. Start when you're in college, or after high school when you're working, and think about what are you going to do, because you do not want to be 40 years old, 50 years old, working minimum wage or close to minimum wage jobs, with drowning in debt, wondering how the hell I got here. You don't want to be in that position. It's tough. So plan. Any questions for any of you, just post something in the comments. I'll get to you. If I can advise or give information, I'll be happy to. And I'll be putting out another video real soon on my personal experience that helped me be able to basically, in my 30s, just drop everything in the US and move to the Dominican Republic. I will explain that. But you all have a good one. Take care. Thank you for tuning in with Traveling Things with Prophet Gayu. Out.